Are Filipino women actually toxic?
Yeah, they actually are. I think you guys are just very sassy, and you guys have a lot of attitude. Like, you guys risk us girls up and then just throw it in with some attitude and sassiness.
I would say brown girls are as toxic or even more toxic than freaking Filipino boys, though.
It doesn't help that I'm the eldest child and my dad grew up with like sisters, so like I fight with him all the time.
But I'd say in general, though, like brown girls are just mad toxic.
The environment that we've grown up in, like we've just like been so silenced, and I think like in a relationship, like we just want to be heard. That's why, like, to you it's toxicness, but for us it's just we want to be heard.
Hear that? Because I remember when the moment brown people go to university, they go from like Kumar and like Baljit to B1 and K2.
I think that's just exclusively London boys.
What's better, the north or the south?
Like all of cultural exports. A lot of our music's been stolen by Bollywood. Movies been stolen by Bollywood. Actors been stolen by Bollywood. Yeah, just North is better. All of the biggest monopoly in Bollywood, the Kumar family, they're from Punjab. The Kapoor family, sorry, my bad. The Kapoor family, yeah. All the Kapoors, they're all Punjabi. Oh, we have the biggest education, literacy rates. We're the richest state in India. And yeah, we have a very rich history. We're the last state to fight off the British. Like everyone else dying, getting over it. We stood our ground.
Did y'all succeed?
We almost did until they actually died the Black Prince and then stole our diamonds. Like as soon as our king died, that's when everything went to shit.
So in short, no. What languages can you speak then?
English, Punjabi. With that, it comes with Urdu and Hindi because they're very interchangeable. Cantonese, like I can get by in Hong Kong. Mandarin, I know a lot more because I studied during primary. I can somewhat understand Korean as well because I took GGA here.
Namaste. Mira nam Angelo he. You like the fact that I knew that?
Well, you're the one that like kept getting it wrong until I told you off. So yeah. But I am proud of you.
Because I remember it.
Yeah, I am proud of you remembering things. You're a very forgetful person.
How?
If I tell you drama or like any little bit detail in my life, you always forget it because you're either playing multiverses or just doing your own shit. You don't actually like actively listen to me.
I actively listen to you. I'd say I'm an active listener.
You didn't listen to me when I was telling you about drama.
That's because I was playing multiverses though. That was the thing.
Yeah, so you weren't actively listening.
Tell me.
This is sassiness coming out right now.
I'm not sassy.
You are.
I'm just rebuttaling in a manner or rebuttal in the 21st century now. This is feminism's gone mad. Okay? Alright. Gagged. Anyway, what are some red flags you have for guys?
Not putting down the toilet seat. Like, you learned. I'm proud of you. You learned.
I put down my toilet seat.
I learned. You learned. Ooh, cockiness. Like, it's just arrogance. Don't like it at all. Like, I'd rather have someone be humble about it than be, like, outwardly so cocky and arrogant that they, like, forget everything else in the world. Like, for example, if someone knows that they're, like, so good looking and it's just, like, you just put it out there without giving, like, a care in anyone's, like, situation and everything. Yeah, whatever you're doing.
I feel like being confident comes with a little bit of cockiness, though.
No, you can be confident but not be cocky. Like, for example, like, body language, like keeping your head high, having confidence whilst you're speaking. That's not like being cocky or anything. That's just you know what you're standing up for, or like you know what you're putting your foot down for. I don't like people. That's another red flag. I don't like people who whine.
That's good though, because I don't drink.
You're so funny.
Comment and put in the comments if you got that. The meta has shifted. Goofy boys are on top right now.
Yeah, because you're funny. Like funny boys are always on top.
No, but like goofy funny is better than funny funny.
Well, it depends, because like it's either like funny being like you make fun of people, or goofy funny. Like there's different types of funny. You're not afraid of being who you are. I feel a lot more comfortable being myself around you than compared to like other people, because I don't have to hide myself. I don't have to like censor myself. I can like just be who I am, because you know some people are gonna be like, the fuck, this girl's weird. I've never heard you once say that. What was your first impression of me?
You gave off bougie.
Do I still give off bougie?
Yes.
Why do I give off bougie?
You're wearing Vivienne Westwood glasses, bro.
Because they were like on sale at Specsavers.
You're wearing Van Cleef necklaces right now.
Portobello Road Market got for 15 quid. It's not Van Cleef, it's Overs.
But do you think a regular guy who didn't know anything about you would know that?
I think it's just the way that I present myself.
Yes, it's the way they present yourself which gives you bougie.
I don't think I give off bougie. I just think I look presentable. Like, I think since last year I literally just walk around in joggers. And I, like, made a vow to myself being like, oh, I actually need to, like, look more presentable because I looked so bummy last year.
Yeah.
So now I look presentable. This is literally my, like, regular schmegular lecture fit.
Why is it my language now?
Because I've hung out with you for too long.
Gagged.
What do you mean gagged? I paused for 1 second and you go gagged.
Gagged. Why do girls always debrief? I feel like every time I speak to a group of girls, they're like, girls? Alright, me and this girl debriefed about something. Like, y'all specifically call each other just to tell each other on, like, updates and stuff.
So we, like, collect information of what happened, put puzzle pieces together, be like, oh, this is why this happened. Oh, this is why this happened.
So let's say I'm a girl. Another guy, hypothetically, went on a date with you, and I'm with the girlie that you're debriefing to. How would he debrief to me?
I'm like, oh my God, so he took me on a date. So first he did this, first he did that, and then he did this, and then he did that, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, do you do this? Do you do that? Oh, like, how do you think, like, what do you think about him? Do you like him? This, and that.
Because the thing is with guys, we do not debrief, bruv. Guys can literally just hop on a random Discord at, like, on a Tuesday night and be like, oh yeah, me and this girl broke up. And then the other guy's gonna be like, oh, that sucks.
For me, like, it's just a way for me to, like, know that I'm not doing the wrong thing.
But, like, if more people listen to more people listen to your information, people are gonna end up, like, they're gonna put their 2 cents into it, and then they're only gonna see the perspective that you give them.
I don't think so. I think it's just very helpful to know, like, for example, I sometimes debrief to know that, like, for example, if I'm upset at you,
Yeah.
then I'm like, am I right to be upset at the situation? From my perspective, is that, like, because how I see it is like this: am I right to be upset over this? And then if they tell me yes or no, then I'll take that into account.
Why do Punjabis always say they're Punjabi rather than they say they're Indian?
It's just a long colonial history. I think it's just mainly prevalent for Punjabi Sikhs. Punjab is separated into two. It's Punjab, Pakistan, and Punjab, India. We have our own culture, our own identity. That's how it is.
Well, what's your hot take?
My guilty pleasure is listening to Cardi B. Like, I actively know all of her lyrics. It's kind of embarrassing.
Would you ever go to a Cardi B concert?
I might do, actually, because of how embarrassingly I know all of her lyrics. And she's not as problematic as Nicki Minaj. Oh, the whole Megan stuff. Megan's Law. Megan Thee Stallion. She released a diss track. And Megan's Law is basically, like, a law that, like, predators away from, like, kids. Right? And her husband's a child predator. So then she was like, oh my God, it's aimed at me. So then she made a horrible diss track. Like, it was so bad towards Megan Thee Stallion. Completely flopped. And then she's been coming out of her concerts late. She had that whole shebang at Amsterdam. Like, that, to be fair, wasn't her fault. It's her security's fault. Her whole husband thing, like, how long can you keep a blind eye on that, you know? It's like, you know, do you remember when Playboy Cardi, he released Red? And then Iggy Azalea, like, just completely, she made headlines calling Cardi, like, a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone was like, this album's shit, this is shit. Everyone hated Cardi.
No, to be fair, the whole lot of Red was actually ahead of its time.
So good. I've been telling people. I was in year 12 when it came out. I was horrible. I was like, no, it's not. Like, it's such a good album.
No, it sucked at the time.
No, it didn't.
It sucked at the time. I feel like a whole lot of Red was literally, that's the definition of ahead of its time.
How it's like we got to where we started.
You only know, that's the only song you know. Talk to me about Bridgerton.
Oh, Bridgerton is such a good series. It's so good. I loved all the seasons. Penelope and Colin's season, honestly, the book is so much better than the TV show itself, because the only difference in the book is that you don't get revealed. Oh, this is actually spoilers alert. You don't actually reveal who Miss Whistledown is. But in the show, she gets revealed at the second season, which is actually, like, I don't like that. I really didn't like that. Because, like, what's the point of all that suspense? Like, the suspense in the books were so much better than the ones in the TV show because it just seemed so rushed. The third season, like, it just seemed so rushed because there's so much plot development that happened in the books, like especially with all the romance scenes and how how Colin actually fell for Penelope. But in the TV show, it was just so rushed. Honestly, it's like how can Colin fall in love and say, Penelope, can you just marry me right now? Like after 2 episodes? Like after 2-3 episodes and you say that shit? Like no, that's just not how it goes. And the fact that they're making me wait a whole month just for the second part is actually horrible. Like, they should have just released it in one go. I don't know why they're, like, just milking this shit. They know how popular the series is. They know how popular the books are. Just release it. Just release it all of it and just work on the next. You have so many Bridgerton siblings. It doesn't matter. Sorry. That's my rant.
Women be like, carriage scene.
Carriage scene. Oh, it was so much better in the book. So much better in the book. So much detail in the books. They rushed the carriage scene. And it was at one point, there's this one scene where Colin tries to look hot. Or like, when he was trying to like ask for permission. And he... It's like, you know the face? Have you seen that face when guys make when they're about to kiss you? Yeah, he made that exact face and I couldn't stop laughing. Because I was like, that is just horrible. He just went... And he tried so hard to look hot, but he can't do it. He's such a cutie patootie. Like, that's just not how it works.
What actually is Bridgerton?
Bridgerton is a family. It's set in the Regency era. So before Queen Victoria, so George IV. And it's just like women who are like teenagers, really, like they're like 15, 16. They go into society. So society at the time is like rich men and everything, and they try to find like prospects, like find prospective husbands, and they get married. That's what it's just like a couple of romance stories. So we've seen Daphne, we've seen Anthony, we're seeing some blips of Benedict. We're now seeing Colin Bridgerton.
Colin Bridgerton. What do you think about the new season?
I literally just ranted to you about the whole new season.
Oh, I thought that was just Bridgerton in general.
No.
That's just one season.
That was one season. Have you seen that one meme that I sent you where like a dog like gained consciousness and it was like, why dog? Like it looked in the mirror, the vets like diagnosed it with depression because it was like, why dog? Looked at itself in the mirror, like, why dog? It's actually so crazy. It was like, why Barney dog? Why no Barney human?
It did not say why no Barney human.
No, there was a button that said human. Yeah, why no Barney dog? How do you say that to a dog? Dog God control the weather.
Yeah, who else would? Technically. In this
Science, the wind, clouds, precipitation, I don't know.
You sound like a Reddit mod right now. r/atheism core. Talk to me about your Lebanon internship.
So when I was looking for placements, I always wanted to study abroad. But whilst I was looking for placements within the UN, there was a placement that popped up in Lebanon. It was a diplomat placement. I think it was like something to do with policy changes, right? I was going to apply to it, but I was like, you know what, let me hold off for a week. A week later, I was in the library and I was just looking on LinkedIn, right? And I see a post by the Home Office saying, who has a British national passport, please leave now. There's uncertainty, there's ongoing intelligence that tells you that there's going to be a war, blah, blah, blah. And then literally a week later, October 7th, Hamas, the whole shebang.
Divorce only got legalized in the Philippines recently.
Because you're a Catholic country.
Yeah.
Obviously, a divorce wouldn't be legalized. Like, annulment is, but...
No, but it's just weird to think that it's freaking not there. It's not an option. Because as a kid, I was always wondering, why the hell do my uncles always have multiple wives? And I'm like, oh, they can't divorce. So they're stuck having like multiple wives like it's a Pokemon like collection or something. What would you do if I have multiple wives? Would it be one of them?
You don't even have the wage to sustain yourself for that.
Anyway, you want to say goodbye to the folks? Bye-bye. Tap me out. See y'all soon.